Hello everyone, and welcome back to Amnesia the Dark Descent. The game that started it all. And not just for me, for a lot of YouTubers. Well, Let's Players. Like, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Def Evan, 13. A lot of people, because basically it was like the gateway drug to Let's Playing. Because back in the day, Let's Playing sort of existed, but it wasn't really that popular on YouTube. And then Amnesia, the Dark Descent. And then, people play games and record the commentary during scary games, and it's actually fun to watch because of their reactions. And built an entire into the whole gaming part of YouTube. Now note this here was before 2012, and basically no one was really making money off it. Unless you got basically a partnership with a whole, like machinima and stuff like that. Then you maybe made money off of it. Otherwise, yeah, it was basically a hobby. Post 2012, I think it's when YouTube started the whole ad revenue and that stuff, and then it sort of became just a business model. Eventually all the YouTubers mostly started following the whole rules of trying to monopolize the videos as best as possible, one video a day. Not too long, not too... Well, yeah, some of them still will upload long videos, but a lot of them, not too long of a video just because, you gotta milk it for all it's worth. Upload a short video once a day, get the views in, get the ad revenue in. Profit. Oh yeah, and then eventually it became stupid. I have to add clickbait titles, keep drawing in the views, because here's the thing. Like everything, eventually people start losing interest in things. It's like how fads work. Basically, everyone's into the thing at the time, but then it starts to die off over time. Like, you could say, like, how there's over 100 million subscribers to PewDiePie, but how many of them actually still watch PewDiePie? Because at the time it was like, oh yeah, sure, he's doing great. He's a premier horror Let's Player. But now, he barely does gaming anymore, so it's like, huh. Do we still want to watch him? He's no longer doing what we signed up for. Because we signed up because he was that sort of cringe Swedish YouTuber that did the horror stuff. And now he no longer does the horror stuff. Now he does reaction stuff and such. We didn't sign up for this. But yeah, he still has like over 100 million viewers, so it doesn't matter if part of them just leave because they signed up for, this. Stuff like this. Just saying that basically things change and people have to adjust with the current flow. And then there's me. I never adjusted with the current flow. I still stick with, the whole share YouTube Let's Plays of randomness. Because it's what I do. Hell, I don't even make money off of it. And hell, once I got better internet, that cable connection, I just started spamming the shit out of YouTube because I can. Like, if I can upload, if I have like basically 20 videos, just sitting, taking up space, and then I'm recording another 20 videos, they're sitting, taking up space, I'm gonna go upload at least 10 of those videos so I can clear up some space. And YouTube's like, no, you should only upload one video a day. Yeah, well, if I record more than one video a day, which, let's face it, most YouTubers record, like, you know, entire set of videos in a day. And then just, you know, process all of that and then upload one of those a day. But me, I have like entirely too many videos, so I need to get them uploaded. Anyway, Amnesia the Dark Descent. Back to the actual topic. Back to what we should be doing. So, last time we did this, we tried to do what? Get all the tinderboxes, and we failed because I don't know where they were. I thought I was thorough. This time, fuck it. I'm just probably going to go through it, enjoy my time, maybe get spooked again. We'll see. Then again, me and horror have changed over the years. But we'll see how it goes. We could do this on hard mode. What the fuck's hard mode? Areas just fight you more easily, tinderboxes are harder to come by. Our saver design saving you a game that costs tinderboxes. Losing your sanity will kill you. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's... that's a bit much. Auto savings disabled. Saving your game costs tinderboxes. Yeah, that could be fun. But at the same time, I don't think so. We'll just do this normal. Yeah, what I'm worried most about is that freaking losing sanity will kill you. Cause, yeah, sometimes you just lose sanity because of the way the system works. Anyway, yes, I want to start a new game. Remember, we are Daniel. We are Daniel. Don't forget. Yeah, I originally wanted to do this after doing the bunker, but I figured I'd wait until Halloween to actually get this uploaded.
Don't forget.
So, yeah.
Some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Well, there you go. So, Amnesia the Dark Descent. The graphics do seem a bit dated now, don't they? Then again, this did come out, what, 2010? 2011? I think in 2010, and then most of us didn't get into it until 11, 12. A memento has been added to you, John. Also, options. Sound, how we doing? I raise you up to 3. Resolution's fine. We could turn the developer commentary on, but meh. Okay, back to the game. We are very wobbly right now. And very low in tinderbox. Hey look, tinderbox. One thing I always did love about Amnesia is the whole picking up objects and manipulating the world around us. We can break that, we can not fully closed, open, we can do that, we can throw it open, or we can throw it shut just by going. Yeah, fun times. And then we're gonna be a bit wibbly and vision's gonna be a bit impaired, but that's just how it is. Also, we're gonna fall over. Just going to, you know, flop down here on the ground for a bit. Again, it's going to keep towering us heads. Okay. Pepper's ready to change the upper hand about witnessing spooky events will drain your sanity. Oh jeez. Well, that's his thing. All is good, crystal clear. Yeah. Don't remember it being that color when opening that. Physics. To a degree. Very slanted. I remember I've done this. I've done this at least 3 times. This here being the 4th. We're gonna fall over a bit. Man, just cause we feel like it. Ah yes, I don't have... I don't have a light source, do I? I think my brightness is probably a bit too high, though. Brightness. Actually, it's fine. It's probably a bit too high, though. Oh yeah, by the way. Oh no. That was a gust of wind. We've ever witnessed a spooky thing. Standing in darkness, strange sanity, turn on lights and stuff. The only problem though is lights make you entirely too visible. That's bad too. But then again, to be fair, we're not really in any danger yet. It's just atmosphere building. Oh boy, does this build on that atmosphere. Fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought. Just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople. Also, the loading screens make literally no sense until you add up everything about the story. Everything about the story. Witnessing uncertain events will reduce your sanity. Oh no, the buggies! Buggies! You know, giant hissing cockroaches. Pick up the lantern. Do not have a lantern. Press F to lantern. I was hoping for lantern fill. Oil. No. No oil. Sad. Any more tinder boxes? No. Oh well, we'll use the lantern because it wants us to use the lantern. There's never enough oil. Never enough oil. Oh, nope. Now the cats are shaking. Also, I have like a very bad headache, so I'm not sure how long I'm going to record tonight. But yeah, there's a game to rent these days.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Great. Well, at least we know our objective. So basically, we made a drink, consumed it, and then just wandered spilling it all over the place. Also, solving things makes us less insane. Huzzah! Have a children more. His name voice and stay rising away, urging him to do it. By doing this, the young boy thought, and struck his victim with a rock. How does it pertain to what we're doing right now? No idea. Now for the game's going to
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
Yeah, we want to go down. The only problem though is we can't really go down because we have this to do. Just, you know, good old meat wall. Oh, so journal notes. No, not that. Not diaries. Mementos. Some sort of organic tissue lost the path to the refinery. Can't be dissolved. Well, let's find out. Well, clearly there's no escape. Can't just jump out a window. I believe we need a key for that, so... We have enough of these things. Let's just use a few. Uh-huh. Just being all spoopy over there. So I could go look at. Being spoopy. Oh, not good on my sanity.
The flicker, the bluish light.
Chemicals. The lack of chimneys probably sent the fumes from my multi-Ds. Its fumes has taken stolen my less stable ingredients. Some seem unaffected, but many are staying, but the fumes will be difficult to salvage. Should do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. For now we know that they're the wine cellar. Oop. Flashbacks.
There should be more coop racks. Let me see. And one part aqua fortis.
Okay, it's toggle crouch. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I need. By sense of close, calamine and orpiment are given, and the cool pride binds them well. This time I attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis and hope I produce a more even solution. Smaller since the surface solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put to any use as a detergent. And use a step as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts to space with violently choose the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. Might be able to use the recipe without losing hope that I'll find an alchemist solution to my predicament. Oh, the chemistry. We'll need that. Tin pots. And these things. One day will return. But for the thought of you, my love, I won't be able to go on. I find myself doing terrible things. I take comfort in you. Thoughts I'm able to think of you and long for a life together. I know I'm better than others. Weep for them. They ask for power, for restraint. Why do I crave fair judgment and a safe return? Need some things from Alexander. Cause, well, his story's not fully explained in this one. It's better explained, actually, well, to a degree in Amnesia Rebirth. Because, the thing is, he's not from this world. He's from another world. He was either banished or exiled here. And he wants to go back. That's his whole motivation for everything that's happening in this. He just wants to go back home. The problem, though, is his home. It's basically a shadowy hellscape of just a bunch of people murdering everyone, taking slaves and murdering everyone, while torturing everyone for Vitae to basically keep everything running. That's basically the whole world. And he wants to go back to that. I know, right? Best decision. Then we're involved because, you know, we just decided to come here. It seemed like the best solution. But we'll get our story more as we progress through diary entries. And then there's these things which make you wonder, what does this even have to do with the story? I know, right? The church triggered when we were out here. Activated just a bit too early in my opinion for it to be good. Especially the whole, we're going to move your camera to look at. The doors then shut behind him and he knew he would never again see the hotel at Berkeley Square. No alone Stoner in London seemed to prove it somehow. Did it?
May 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness
Yeah, Herbert's
remains a
also explained a
mystery
bit
to
more
me.
in Rebirth.
When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more.
Rebirth.
Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Yeah, it's like you can connect this one and Rebirth pretty well. You can technically connect the bunker and Rebirth. But then there was Amnesia machine for pigs, and it's like there's very few ways to connect it to any of the other series. Like there's a few references to Alexander Brennenberg, but just a few. Otherwise it barely fits with the Amnesia thing. It feels like a real waste. I think I'm wasting the fuel in this, it also feels like a waste. But there's nothing in here. Oh, nope. No one a note. Ah, yes. I hope I offer my full attention and services to Alexander Brennenberg. This contract will remain for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. This year, Alexander Brennenberg is to recommend my services at the Prussian Royal Court within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break the seal. We'll have the house secured. Well, there you go. Voices? Okay, well that's a thing.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Well, there you go. We were trapped. But somehow we got out. Otherwise we wouldn't be here now, would we? Slight headache. Always good. Slight headache? I think mine's a bit more than just a slight headache. Alright, it's time to get... Behold! Oh no! We've been spooked. An object blew up in our hands. And a book fell off the shelf. Oh no! I'd be more concerned about those giant ass spider webs. Nope. Well, I mean, might as well be thorough. I forget if noise really is a factor in this, or not. It won't open. It's locked. Oh no! Someone closed the piano. But who was playing it in the first place? That was probably you that I missed last time. Nope, more buggies. You know, here's the thing. You hear about Madagascar hissing cockroaches, right? What are these supposed to be? Prussian hissing cockroaches? I don't know. They really did. They're never explained the buggies. Just that they were thing.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Alexander really knew what the shadow was. Well, to a degree. Someone's playing that piano again. Alright. Oh no. Oh, so much for reinforcing those structures, right? Ah, center pressure. So I wish I could zoom in a bit more on that. Yes, I see you now. Just making sure I'm getting everything out. Because this one's gonna make us pass out. Why? I don't know.
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Basically, we got stuck in a tomb.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
And we found a MacGuffin.
I reached out
and then decided to
close it
touch
with my
it.
hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry.
Basically, we've seen things we
The
shouldn't
next thing
have
I
seen.
can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Yeah, basically, we found a MacGuffin thing. We touched it, and it teleported us out, but it also broke in the process. And, well, spoilers. So how'd you put an unbreakable right hand? Oh, you want to bet? Unbreakable right hand, my ass.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Question is, why were you showing him this? Ah, yes. This must figure out this puzzle to open this one room. You know, for reasons, for some. I don't know why. Don't bite that. We have enough tinder. We have tinder boxes for days. Oh, I was expecting a treat for me. Outstrad and Binnenberg Castle, 1801. A novel region enriched with lores Outstrad. Deeper from the east, Prussian wars for centuries there have been stories around the inhabitants' neighbor castle, Binnenberg. Quiet forest, clad mountains stretched with scattered lakes, it's as picturesque as can be, but the area is haunted by the dark. Asking a local, you have proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since there certainly serves as exciting entertainment. All they have their own tricks from the tales. There are some motives that keep reappearing. The gatherers, the story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War, said that soldiers abandoned their duty got lost in the cold dark woods, but forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by the tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. The prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks right behind them which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? This undone Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite appeared outside at the start of the 17th century, residing at a local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid note. It's mentioned in many records at the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Henry was known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. Dismissed the notion of ever visiting Hochstraat, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was the mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The Mortal Baron. Baron Brandenburg lives a reclusive life from his family at the castle nearby Hochstraat, and like most of those noble births, rumors were inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history appears late before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 17th century. Rebuilt by Alexander, noblemen from the Rhinelands, claiming the was protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout its pursuing lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage, and therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This eventual idea that the barons, and in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, joined the covered order of the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of this country. You know. But what if? Anyway, time to do puzzle. You know, puzzle. I forget which one's the easiest one to do. Pull that. Yeah, you did it. There's the thing. Going closing the wine cellar. Wilhelm and his forces are in danger of my resource long enough without absent-minded handling of the human vessel. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the portions, killing my trusty servants. How exactly are... Why can't we have the ability to just kill your trusty servants? If their servants are the ones that are I think they are, why can't we just have that ability? The matter of time until they follow the trail to Brandenburg. He locked Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. If the king's men leave or they will starve, whoever comes first, they can rot for a kill. It will feed them some wine. It will instant solve all of my problems. So, picking up this triggers things. So that door's been opened. And now you get the sense of foreboding, like you're no longer safe. Everything's dark. And one of the best things. Hi. Goodbye. Our first glimpse at our new buddy. Then the music starts going all bad. And then, by the way, go over here. Hi. But he wasn't real. I still got a pair of goosebumps from that one. Seriously, why can't I just do this? Just break the window, hop out. But yeah, I want to point out, you're relatively safe. This is just the slight reveal of the slight. Here's the thing, you can completely miss those too. But yeah, the slight reveal that, hey, the slight reveal that, hey, stuff's amiss, that there's things wandering about. Pretty sure you can go completely over that area and there might be a pop-up or two, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing to worry about. Just as soon as you get to that point, ow, that's something you have to worry about that. But yeah, you don't have to worry about the monsters yet. You do have to worry about the frickin' wall meats, though. Because for some reason, the shadow manifests itself into wall meat. I don't know either. It's just a thing. I think it was explained a bit better in Rebirth. But yeah, it does that. Anyway, let's go to the wine cellar. Best decision. By the way, okay. To the wine cellar. The desert dunes were like waves in a sluggish sea. While the caravan moved, the land appeared motionless, but in camp the hills moved. Well, standing in this, turn on the lights or search for other sources of light. By the way, I have like, what, 8 of these things? Jeez.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Cutscenes. There's loads of those. Well, I wouldn't exactly say cutscenes. More of just... And then there was the people talking. The game fading. Lights. And you having to move slow. Just to make you feel on edge. That's the whole thing about this area. It's just to make you feel on edge. And it does a damn good job of it.
Is anyone there?
So just making sure I'm not missing tinderboxes. Ah yes. So here's the thing. Cause here is how these things work. So the game knows how many oil containers you have. So if you have like no oil containers, these things will be like almost full. But if you have like this many, it's only a few drops of oil. So yeah, barely worth. Because the game expects you to, you know, be using these things constantly, using that lantern all the time. That. Anyway, time for the fun. Let's pick this up. By the way, oh no, bonk. I'm just gonna go pass out for a while. You know. Because we got bonked on the head. Or so our lantern blew out. Or so our light blew out. So we'll go over here. Like this one. Cause, you know, sanity. Also we have a few cuts and bruises. Because, you know, mostly from that hole, not from the barrel hitting us, but from the hole, you touched the ground where the shadow manifested. Also a reminder, Daniel is strong as shit. It doesn't make sense in some regards, like, you're literally able to just move boulders, like, just, yeah, like that. Like, Daniel is strong as shit. But yet, he can't deal with, like, the creatures or anything. Which doesn't make sense if you think about, oh yeah, the sheriff's out here murdering these creatures. Those are not actually the creatures they're talking about, but still. Boop. Oh no! Spoopsy. You go over here and hide if you really want to, because Barrow no like you. But by the way, you're mostly fine. That's the fun part about Amnesia. is the atmosphere and the tension building is fucking great. So great. So anyway, bits and pieces of people.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
So, the wine was... I don't know what the hell he put in the wine. Something that made them explode, basically. That atmosphere. That atmosphere. My name is Wilhelm, House of Jörg. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the castle of Brandenburg. As most of the rest aristocracy, I was curious about what the supposed Knight of the Order could want from me and accepted the invitation. Parents friendly and offered me a proposition. Dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past and not the honors I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim and do so without asking questions. In return, he would test my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I'd like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but I came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I brought men, women, and children to Brandenburg. I can't remember the number, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. My suspicions as we descended the stairs, but I insisted on joining us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, and my men drank without restraint. So begins punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming. The skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. Feel my insides be broken, so God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer... Oh, there you go. It's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. The whole... yeah. That. That was my lantern oil? Yeah, somehow matched. Now they're one of the most biased that. One thing I wish the game didn't do is this. If an enemy is near, stay outside. Just basically, here's your tutorial. It's sort of spoilerish, don't you think? Oh no. Yes, don't look at monsters, by the way. Makes your sanity go boop. Apparently we're moving too slow. I don't think we could even catch up to him if I even wanted to. Besides, he's just poofed away. He's no longer there. Was he real in the first place? I think that one actually is real, and I think it is potentially possible to get him to notice he was alive. Potentially. Mostly just to make you uneasy. So where did he go? Is he still active? Here's the thing. There are a few patrolling ones, but otherwise the AI, a lot of them just despawn. Like a lot of them, if you see them, you only see them for that bit and then they're gone. Some of them patrol, but a lot of the times though, if you die to one, it will despawn afterwards. Now it's where we can feel uneasy again because... oh no! Where could he have gone? Pretty sure he no longer exists on this plane of existence, so we're just going to leave. Fun times. Close mode. I was gonna read that. By the way, oh no, we're gonna get hit by the circuit. Do my posture to avoid the commotion in the streets paid for his attention. As they opened the shutters, the French soldiers opened fire, and the two young men fighting back. So wait, what? what does this have to do with it? Just roll. I think it's backstory before we headed out on our adventure. Oh yeah, by the way, now we're just perfectly sane. You know, just perfectly sane. Now I remember the ones that... there are ones that heal better, and they're the ones that are gonna be like, oh, don't run. Well, maybe it's if that's if they see you and you think to run. Wait, no, I think it's if you try to run at all. Anyway. Okay. Boop. Boop. Oh. And there's the captain. I think something broke. Just cause, you know. Oh, need to turn on the burners first. Doesn't matter the order you do this in, so long as all of them turn. Very shaky. And then we get a pot of acid. Cause you know, who knows when we might need a pot of acid? Well, actually, we pretty much know when we need a pot of acid. That's pretty damn soon. So, by the way, yeah. Yep, that's all you have to do. Like, I've seen people struggle with this. Like, try and build up this way, try and build it up over way, try and put boxes to climb up. Yeah, try and take boxes and climb up, Bill. You just take the ramp and you toss it, and if it lands on the right spot, it just auto-assembles. Simple as that. I know, right? Taking damage. Cool. So the whole thing about is basically the shadows encroaching on you. You should be going faster. Yeah, the thing is it's very scripted. You don't really have to worry about it. It's just giving you the sense that, hey, the areas you've been to are no longer safe. You should be going forward. That sense of basically foreboding that you should be making progress, even when it doesn't really fucking matter. There's only a few times when the shadows were very threatening. Those are scripted. So we take a pot of acid. And conveniently we decide to keep this chemistry pot. 'Cause, yeah, you know, who knows what we could use it for. 235? Ah yes, the refinery. Shall we end the video here? It's been over an hour. Let me think how much stuff there's left. Through hell, through the worst section, through the second worst section. Okay, yeah, let's go through here and through the worst section.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to
Thanks for
stray.
explaining.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
By the way, cowboy enemies for now. By the way, oh no, it's an enemy. Enemy? I don't think he's doing it. I could be wrong. Yeah, that's just a shadow. Oh, just to make you feel uneasy. Pretty much sums up a lot of this shit. Oh, just to make the player feel uneasy. Well, a lot of them. Ooh, spooky.
22nd of June, 1839.
The spooks.
It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Well, I mean, that's the question. So I want to say, yeah, back when we first did this, oh, it was, oof. It's funny how feel changes over the years. Nowadays, it's like, it's still a bit on edge. The atmosphere is still pretty great, but for the most part, yeah, it's not really hitting me as hard as it used to. Definitely not hitting me as hard as it used to. Yeah, you close the doors. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit in here and light this candle, because apparently that was enough to drop my sanity to ... The problem though is, yeah, sanity sucks trying to get back up. Like we're so near a light source, right? They're all wibbly woobly. Like, you'd think it would go back up because we're near a light source. But no. Which is, here's the thing, if we were playing hard mode, I'd actually probably get very pissed off because... yeah. Sanity doesn't really go up. Unless you complete events. For the most part, yeah, so basically we'd wander over someplace and a spooky thing would happen. And we just kill over, and if this was hard mode, we just die. You know, you got too spooked, you died.
25th of June, 1839. I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
Well, there you go. By the way, we're still freaking the balls out. Yeah, I gotta say, that's one thing I don't really like about the whole sanity system. So that's why we didn't choose to play hard, because I knew this would be a problem, because, ooh. Yeah, back in the day, yeah, sure, this was a thing. Nowadays, though... oh, did it improve? No, it's still a bit wibbly woobly. I found the wibbly woobly. It makes it hard as fuck to actually see. Which, you know... trying to think back. Yeah, this would be before every game started having literally warnings about seizures. Now this thing doesn't have that much flickering lights. I think it was Amnesia Pickles that started the flickering lights in Amnesia. Because they had to have, like, you know, when Pickles was nil, the lights start flickering to tell you that Pickles are nil. Like the lantern starts turning on and off. But yeah, for this, yeah, can we not deal with this shit though? Like, it's making this difficult. Like, it's bad for me to look at, so yeah. Oh, that's better. Now we're less going insane. Take it. Dark noises, mainly. Okay, let's see. Herp, herp, herp. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this section. Oops. Thus. Christ, the source, the dark lantern wore smothered him as he strove to make sense of the situation. Well, I need a second before we do this section. Okay. So, as I mentioned, Phil. Like, the majority of Amnesia is fine. in my opinion. Once you get used to it, once you've seen like, 100 some playthroughs, it's all predictable. You know where all the spooks are, you know where all the scares are. You know how the enemy system works. And it's very, for the most part, yeah. Things spawn, some things patrol, but a lot of it's like if you run into the creature, or you run into a gatherer, it's just, oh no, he killed you. Then he despawns. Well, move on next time. The problem though is like Amnesia Justine, well, oh no, if you die, it exits the entire game. Because that was fun. It wasn't. That's why I don't do Amnesia Justine. Because that's a stupid mechanic. So yeah, it closes the entire game. You have to restart the entire thing. That's also not good for video recording purposes, either. Just having the entire game close. But anyway. The one section that still probably bothers me to a degree is this section. Cause, yeah. That would bother a lot of players. This hill is that section. By the way, boosh. I go on easy already. Okay, let's do this part. Well, there's another section over there that I can dig around. Anyway. Well, there you were going not where I want you to go. Stay close to comfort, buddy. Shit, I need to keep going. Yep, this is where we're going to lose tinder pots. There's a side passage that I missed. Probably had tinder pots in oil or something. But yeah, fuck it. This section sucks. I'd rather not have to go back over. Okay. So I need you to go over that way and go on the path that I did. Okay? Nope. Go that way. I'm just gonna go. Okay, fuck it. Shit, go! It's like, hey, you solved the puzzle. Right, you still have to click on the door afterwards, you idiot. Ugh. By the way, take a second to breathe. We're not over yet. Welcome to the suck. Run. Open, close, run. Never liked that section. Yeah, I'll think about it. Whew. Okay, so yeah. I think that's what we're gonna call it for this video. This basically is our... So here's how the thing works. The game basically works in hubs. You are relatively safe in hubs. Hubs are basically what connects to all the other rooms. Like, basically when you first start, well, you weren't really in a hub. Once you reach basically the hall, because there was a path that led to the archives, a path that led to the wine cellar, the laboratory, the refinery. That's basically your hub. Of course, you can still get hurt on the hub because the shadow manifesting into meat walls. This, to be fair, you're relatively safe here. It's how hubs work. There are unsafe areas. There's the storage. Storage is bad. Storage is probably one of the... where things get a bit, dicey. Potentially. One of the rooms also gets a bit dicey. And the others are mostly safe. Cause yeah, having all this knowledge of how the mechanics work. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all, and have a nice day.